What is up, Aquarius? Welcome to your general timeless love reading. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name's Jordyn, and let's get into it. Let's see what we got going on for you. I'm going to be using Witch's Tarot today and Spellcaster Spirit Clarifiers, and everything else you need to know is in the description box, so check it out. But Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh my land. Oh, okay. Jupiter placements. It feels very no nonsense. It feels very no nonsense, which is a first for these love readings for the week. Yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords, Eight of Swords. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your person over here. One more. Two more. Okay. Current situation and crossing. Three of Wands in reverse. Whew, Lord. Okay. I actually want to put them like this. They just feel better. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. This is the no-nonsense individual. They're very analytical at this time. Between the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, between the Eight and the Ace is a Seven of Swords. Queen of Cups in reverse. There might have been a deception here, lies, or there's just simply a lack of trust. This Queen just wants to know what's up. Like, shoot me straight. Yeah, they feel like, don't BS me because I'm going to call you out on all of your BS. That's really what it feels like. They're like a walking lie detector is really kind of the vibe they give off right now. Meanwhile, over here, you got a King of Swords who's kind of like, yeah, I'm telling the truth. I'm being honest about everything, which is a complete lie with the Page of Swords there. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's all rooted in insecurity. They really just want to be happy with this person. The things that they're lying about really aren't even that significant. And again, it's a general reading, so take a resonance and leave the rest, because if your person's lied about something really big, this isn't a personal reading, so just keep that in mind. But the things that they're lying about feels almost like it's because they're either scared to admit it or it's rooted in an insecurity. Like, well, I didn't tell you because I don't want to look like I'm not a good provider, or I don't want to look like I'm insecure about how my body is, or you know what I'm saying? Something like that. It has more to do with them than it has to do with you. Okay. The current energy is the Page of Cups in reverse, so there's a lack of authenticity going on, and the obstacle is the Hermit. There is going to be a need for separation here. The overall is the Three of Wands in reverse. This Queen's been waiting for this Tower moment for a while, and I say Tower moment because it feels like a damn Tower moment's about to come. It does. It feels like somebody about to drop the hammer. So let's look at this Queen of Cups. Let's see what's going on over here. What's cooking? Good looking. Queen of Cups. Two of Cups. Whoo! Interesting. She's like, yeah, I know it's a really divine connection, but I don't know what to do about it because, yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse. They do not trust the king. They don't trust the king. And again, it's energy. It's not gender. So it's just feminine, masculine. It's not your genitalia. Okay? Okay. Queen of Pentacles upright, Queen of Cups in reverse. They're really analyzing whether or not this is something they want to invest in. They're looking at it more so from a practical perspective than something that they're really thinking about and how they feel. And that's more so because this feminine energy over here is wanting to protect themselves. So this is a defense mechanism, just like this lie is a defense mechanism. So they're kind of doing the same thing, just in different forms, and it's probably because they are being drawn together to address why they are fearing the need to be vulnerable, honest, authentic with one another, which is the current situation. A lack of vulnerability. Instead of just saying, hey, I don't want to be emotional with you right now because I don't trust you. And if you could just articulate to me why you do X, Y, Z, or why this has transpired in our past, it would make me feel safer and have more trust in confiding in you. Okay? Okay. But those conversations aren't being had, it seems like. Let's look at the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords in reverse and the Four of Cups. They have a runner mentality, this one over here. The Eight of Swords in reverse and the Four of Cups, they're like, I kind of just want to be alone. So they go into this state of like wanting to reject, wanting to push away. But it's actually the rejection is occurring because they don't, it's kind of contradicting. It's like they're rejecting themselves, the very thing that they want. They do want the relationship, but they're going to reject the relationship because it's consuming too much of their mind. It's consuming too much to the point that it's creating fear and anxiety, and it's creating mistrust, right? And it's shifting them into a trauma body because there's a lack of simply expressing what they're really feeling. Okay. Four of Cups, Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. They're like, it brings my mind peace to just push it all away and reject it. But it brings my heart more pain. Four of Cups. They're not happy with the choice. They're not. The Moon. And they know that because deep down they still want to reconcile with the King of Swords. There they are. So let's look at the King of Swords now. You don't get away. There's the Seven of Swords. And there's the Empress. Okay. This is juicy. Six of Wands wanted to pop out too. I'm only going to take the top card because they got a lot. Okay, so we have someone who's a little sneaky, deceptive, which we've been talking about. So they're the Seven of Swords. Lies, deceit, secrecy, doing things you shouldn't be doing. No, it's not right. Naughty, bad. Then you have the Two of Swords. The 7 minus the 2 gives you a 5. Betrayals. Right? Betrayal, conflict, argument, fighting. I see now. I understand, which we kind of already knew, had a hunch, but now we have the validation about it. Okay, so you're kind of in the doghouse, homie. Don't know what to tell you. Seems like you need a shovel for that hole that you're digging. Then we have the Six of Wands and the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Empress is divine feminine. This is how they perceive the other feminine energy. That's why I say this is out of insecurity. They're aware that they've done something wrong. It's not that they think like, oh my gosh, like I'm not capable of taking accountability. They can take accountability. If they're not taking accountability, it's because they don't want to be told to take accountability. It's kind of like someone saying like, are you going to apologize to me? Well, let me ask you, if someone ever asks you to apologize, does it make your apology any more authentic? When you have the space and your apology is coming from a place where you're choosing the time and place in which you apologize, it's typically a lot more genuine, right? Right. They are very much so willing to apologize. They're very much so willing and wanting to apologize for whatever deception or betrayal is taking place because it's eating at them. Because they very much so want the feminine. They do. They see the feminine in such a high light. They really look up to the feminine. They see them as someone who's really regal, someone who's really deserving of the best. And it's something they really want to work on. Eight of Pentacles. The 8 always leads to 10. They want a long-term commitment. And they know it's going to take a lot of effort, but it's something that they see worth the effort, worth the recognition. Six of Wands, right? They're being challenged to look at themselves, and they will, but it's not one of these things where you can be like, well, you need to look at yourself. You need to take accountability. You need to do this. You need to allow them to do it in their own time, because telling them to do that is really imposing your own timeline in regards to when they do it. And they're not on your time. Just like you aren't on theirs, right? And I know that's not a fun thing to hear, but the sad reality of it is we can't control when other people do things, and they can't control when we do things, right? Okay. Page of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Five of Cups. So they're still mourning, right? They're working through basically the self-pity, right? They're going through the phase of like, oh my gosh, like I really dislike myself. Like I'm not happy with what I did. I don't like what I did. I don't know how to explain. Like I know I shouldn't have lied or hid these things. And like how do I own up to it? Like how should I explain it, right? Because they want to make it right. And now it's just made them really insecure. And they're going through the shedding of the old self. Because now they're facing part of their shadow, part of their ego. And they're wondering, why did I do that? Where was that rooted in? Why did I choose to behave in that way? Why did I hurt somebody that I care so much for? Nine of Pentacles. Because the collective right now is shifting into the higher heart. Yeah, Four of Wands. They're like, oh, I don't want to be single. I don't want to be alone. I want to be with this person. I want that foundation back. And again, not liking themselves at all right now because they're realizing that they did this to themselves. The Seven of Swords is also the card of self-sabotage. They sabotage their own happiness. Nine of Cups. Okay. Let's look at the... Whoa. Six of Pentacles. Okay, you just had a lot to say today. Temperance. Yeah. They're very committed to this. Even if in the material world it might not look that way, just because someone is not expressing themselves does not mean that they are not emotionally in something, right? Because both people are not expressing themselves here. You're not expressing yourself and they're not expressing themselves. But both of you want this relationship. So I'm just, you probably don't like me right now, but you're both kind of doing the same thing. And at the end of the day, saying, well, you did more wrong than I did wrong is not going to help it move forward. It's not. Been there, done that. It just dug a deeper hole. And eventually you just got to get to the place of saying, hey, we both want the same thing. We both have done each other wrong, regardless how wrong those wrongs were. Playing tit for tat isn't going to help us move forward. What we can do is choose to see each other with fresh eyes, talk about the things we need, and make the effort to progress, right? And that's what the Six of Pentacles is. It's a balanced, equal exchange of energy. And Temperance is balance and moderation, and it's healing and reconciliation. And they're very much so wanting to do that. This is what they're craving. This is what they want from this dynamic. Let's look at the Page of Cups. Someone's very, very cut and dry over here. And that's okay. If you want to sit in that, but just don't stay in it. Because if you really want it, it is going to take that place of like, okay, I've sat in this anger, this hurt long enough. Is it really benefiting us anymore now? Anymore though? It's not. Okay. Fool in reverse, Five of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Cups. Okay. With the Five of Pentacles in reverse, this is the coming out of the cold so we can have the new beginning. The recognition that the past needs to be let go of, because the Two of Pentacles is what's being dropped and it's right next to the Six of Cups. That is the old way because it was imbalanced. There was an imbalanced exchange of emotion, right? That needs to be let go of. Let go of it. Stop fearing being abandoned. Stop fearing being rejected. Stop fearing the lack or the loss. Stop running from one another or ghosting one another or blocking one another, because it's not going to benefit the relationship. But that's the current situation, is that both people are manifesting this new beginning and it's trying to come in, but the old way of being needs to be released too. Yeah, the Hermit is the Page of Cups upright. Your current situation is the Page of Cups in reverse. So from going within, both of you are going to see really clearly how you really feel about the relationship. And that's when the second chance comes in. Star in reverse. Nice. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups in reverse. You're not being honest about how you feel. Emotions, lovely things, aren't they? Because the brain will tell you, ooh, I'm so angry, I hate them, right? But the reality of it is anger is a secondary emotion. It's actually rooted in hurt, pain, disappointment, upset, embarrassment, all these more significant emotions that sometimes we don't even take the time to pause and really think about. So there I am, planting a seed for you to go think about it. Let's look at the Three of Wands. I'm laughing because I literally went through all of this last year, so it's just funny how timelines work, and it makes sense because we got that Scorpio lunar eclipse. Yeah, you're closing out a karmic cycle, and it's just to shift you into a higher state of consciousness. That's it. You're integrating a massive part of both of your egos and your pride. Three of Wands. It's meant to happen this way. It is. You're exactly what and where you're supposed to be. You're just going through the clash of the titans of, well, you hurt me. Well, you hurt me too, and la-di-da-di-di-da, right? You're putting each other in timeout, okay? You're both waiting for the other. And eventually, somebody's going to have to humble themselves. And somebody's going to have to choose to lead the way into the new way of being and choose to see each other with fresh eyes. Because if you sit and you continue to perpetuate the thought process of, well, I know they're going to react this way in your new cycle, you're going to manifest your old cycle all over again. You don't know how they're going to react anymore. And believe that. You don't know. Because they're choosing to change just like you're choosing to change. choose to end the cycle and move forward. Okay? Because that's what's trying to come in. Okay. New beginning. Stable. Ace of Pentacles. Favorite ace. It's grounded, long-term, stable commitment. And Ace of Pentacles in reverse is second chances to me as a reader. So this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you want a personal reading, Reiki session, part of the tarot course, you want to be part of the tarot course, not you want a part of it, or you want to become a certified Reiki practitioner, go ahead, check it all out down below through my website. Check out Patreon if you want access to more monthly readings, energy shift readings, and meditations, energy work, all that stuff. It's all spiritual journey related. Check it out and give this video a thumbs up. Helps the channel grow. I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.